Okay, Richard, I'm going to walk through setting up a new contact as your contact. So here you go to contact menu, I go to new, and it'll open up this. I'm just going to open this up a little wider. So your main email I've got in there, Aqualine Seafoods, Mr. Richard. I can't remember your last name, pardon me for a second here. Richard Bedka? Sorry, I'm probably butchering that. Right, so let's just take this out, do a little bit of surgery here. So the office line, (227). You can just tab through these. Okay, Bidka, sales, and let's just go grab the, where's Aqualine, here we go. This is Delta, British Columbia, Canada. There we go. And I'm going to type staff, sales. So these are what I'm tagging you. This is what will help you find things later. So when I hit save, you can see now it puts me into another mode here where I have a full control over stuff. So here I'm going to add you to the access group and the staff group. This is under memberships along the bottom here. If you want to add additional email addresses or not covered, you can add as many as you want. Just that first new page has a limited number of fields that you can enter, but once you're into this screen you can enter as many as you'd like. So in memberships I've added you to staff and the access group. The access group puts you into the back end here immediately. I'm going to give you all the permissions available on the website. So different people, you can see there's a long list of permissions here, and you can, part of setting it up in contacts, manage user groups and roles. When you set up a user group, you can assign permissions to that user group or to that role. So under security for staff, for example, we could select all of the permissions associated to staff, and in a bigger company, you might want certain staff not to have access to certain areas of the website, and this is what this gives you control over. So you can limit access to administrative functions and to front-end areas of the website, depending on what the role is of people in the organization. So anyway, that said, let's walk you through a few of the features. So I'm going to go back to the contact list here. So now I've set you up in there. Let's just find you, Richard. There you are. So I'm going to double-click here, and if I go to the So now I've added all the permissions for you. I'm going to go to settings and I'm going to click reset password, and now this is going to email you a password, and you should receive that in your email now. A couple of other features on the client manager: there's a file section, so things like you asked about attaching contracts and stuff, here's where you would do it. You can choose other files, choose from existing files that are already in there, or click on the upload tab and just add files from your hard drive, and then little description and stuff, upload, and that would attach files to the client's record. So things like sales orders and that kind of stuff, you can attach them to the person's record. There's a notes field here. If you want to add a note, you can just type in, I added a note in the demo, and hit create, and you can see it'll add a note here. Now the other thing, if you want, let's say you pick up the phone and you're logged into the database, you can just type here Richard in the sidebar, and you can see it suggests everybody in the database called Richard. In this case there's only one, and I can say side note demo and hit save, and that's done. You can see up at the top here it tells you that it's done. It's not that bold, but if you know what you're looking for, it says notes, side note demo added to Aqualine Seafoods, Richard Bidka. Sorry, I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. Anyway, if I go back to your record now, you can see I can go to the notes tab, and you can see side note demo, so it tags it, it tells me when it was created, who created it, and then I can mark it as private or not. So again, that's just a way to track things. Testimonials were not really implemented, but you can get feedback from clients, and we can actually set that up to automatically send out an email and request feedback from them, which then gets added here, and we can display that on the front end of the website if you want. These other two tabs are sort of future feedback stuff. So that's how you manage clients. In the grid view, you can manage multiple ones. If you choose using the shift or the control key the way you would in Windows, you can multi-select people, and then there's this action menu. So here you can add these 4 people to a specific group. You can mass mail them, send them new copies of their password, or tag them as something. Tags and groups are sort of similar. They're just, tags are allow you to they're just 2 different ways of doing things. I tend to use groups more, and then tag things for subgroups. So for example, you might have clients, and then you tag certain ones with the type of fish that they order. That would be one way that you would be able to subdivide a list. So you have a big list of clients, so you can search for everybody in a group. This drop down here allows you to find stuff. So if I hit staff, you can see you pop up, and then you could search for people tagged something below that. So it's just a way to manage things on 2 fronts. And I'm going to leave it at that. We'll cover the products section next, because that's kind of another section of the site, but I'll do that in a separate video.